What is the backstory behind Beyonce sitting on this old man's lap? The backstory to these photos come from a resurfaced 2001 studio video that went viral in August of 2026. It captured a then 19-year-old Beyonce who was still a member of Destiny's Child preparing to speak to her music idol Michael Jackson over the phone. Now, this clip comes from an unaired early 2000s reality TV project filmed by music executive and producer Marc Schaffel. Now, Beyonce was in the studio to record vocals for Michael Jackson's post 911 charity single titled What More Can I Give? The song featured an all-star lineup of artists including Mariah Carey, Usher, and Celine Dion. In the video, Schaffel is sitting at the studio desk as they prepare to call Jackson. Schaffel tells Beyonce,
"You want to make this easier? You can sit on my lap."
Beyonce complies and sits on his lap. Schaffel puts the phone on speakerphone and tells Jackson, "Mike, we're in the studio, and I have Beyonce sitting on my lap." Now, in the footage, Beyonce is visibly starstruck. She's nervous and shaking with excitement to speak with Jackson. Now, Jackson is heard thanking her for contributing to the charity track. Now, here's why everybody is mad. While the 25-year-old clip does not show any explicit improper or sexual behavior, it is released in 2026, which sparked intense online debates regarding the power dynamic and professional boundaries of the music industry during the early 2000s. Now, modern viewers heavily criticize the situation. Many question why an older executive would ask a young teenage artist to sit on his lap, especially since the conversation took place entirely over a speakerphone anyways. So Beyonce could have sat anywhere in that room and spoke to Michael Jackson. So why did he let her come and ask her to sit on his lap and then announce it to Jackson? Guess what? Beyonce sitting on my lap. It's beyond me. So yeah, I'm one of those people who question that. Sure was. Now, commentators and fans pointed out that young artists at the beginning of their careers often freeze or go along with awkward situations out of fear that speaking up could cost them massive opportunities like collaborating with the king of pop. The footage was reportedly uncovered and circulated as Schaffel began shopping unreleased footage from his archives to various streaming platforms for a potential documentary. Neither Beyonce nor her representatives have publicly commented on the resurfaced video. Now, the fact that Schaffel is trying to shop for some type of documentary means he needs a check, baby. The bills are due, okay? And he can't pay them right now. So he needs the money. Now, I want to know, did Michael Jackson's song ever get released? Well, the answer is yes. The song, What More Can I Give, was eventually released, but it never got a standard major music rollout. Instead, it had a very messy and brief release history due to massive behind-the-scenes drama. Now, here's what happened. Michael Jackson originally wanted the song to come out right after the September 11 attacks to raise about $50 million for the charity. However, his record label, who was Sony Music, refused to put it out. Now, this was because Michael was in the middle of a massive, very public feud with the label and its head executive over the promotion of his 2001 album, Invincible. He was frustrated by the delays. A New York radio station named WKTU-FM played the song on the air without permission in late 2002. On October the 27th, 2003, the song was finally given an official release as a digital download. Now, fans could buy the track online for a few days, and all the money went to children's charity. But just 3 weeks after it was put online, Jackson had the song taken down on November the 17th, 2003. He pulled it from the internet right before the police raided his Neverland Valley ranch property due to legal troubles. Because it was taken down so quickly and was never printed on CDs, many music fans never even knew it even existed. Now, the track is notable because it is believed to be the last completed song and music video that Jackson fully finished and approved during his lifetime, which is so sad. But you can listen to the full star-studded song that featured Beyonce, Usher, and Mariah Carey on YouTube. Now back to the video of Beyonce sitting on the producer's lap. Now, when that video was filmed in late 2001, Beyonce and Destiny Child was riding the massive wave of success from their third studio album, Survivor. Survivor was officially released in May of 2001. It became a global phenomenon, spawning massive hit singles like Independent Woman Part 1, Bootylicious, and the title track Survivor. Now, the studio session with Marc Schaffel took place a few months later in the fall of 2001, right after the September 11 attacks. Now, because the group was actively touring and promoting Survivor, Beyonce was at the peak of her fame as a group member. Now, this session took place roughly 2 years before she would transition into a solo superstar with her 2003 debut solo album, Dangerously in Love. Now, at this specific moment, Destiny Child was operating as a trio consisting of Beyonce, Kelly Rowland, and Michelle Williams. So was Beyonce sitting on laps, baby, just so because she knew that she was about to be solo and she wanted it to be a massive success? Well, if that was the case, honey, I guess it worked, baby. Okay, because we all know Beyonce has been successful rolling as a solo artist. Now, I wanted to know, was Beyonce actively dating or seeing Jay-Z at the time that she was sitting on this man's lap? The answer is yes. Beyonce was likely dating or just starting to date Jay-Z when that studio session took place in late 2001. Now, when that footage resurfaced, it immediately sparked widespread online discussion, specifically because of the timeline of their relationship. Beyonce and Jay-Z first met between 1999 and 2000 when Beyonce was 18 years old and traveling on a plane to Cancun for MTV's Spring Break Festival. Now, Beyonce has stated that in interviews that they spent about a year and a half just talking on the phone and building a solid friendship before they ever went on an official date. Yeah, right. Now, according to official relationship timelines, on platforms like Brides and Business Insider, the couple officially transitioned from friends to romantic partners sometime in 2001. Because the charity studio session took place in the fall of 2001 following the September 11 attacks, they were already quietly linked or beginning their relationship behind closed doors. Now, at that time, they went to extreme lengths to keep their romance a complete secret from the public. They would not officially confirm they were a couple until 2003, when they dropped their massive collaborative hit, Crazy in Love. Because they were keeping their dating life behind or hidden, and Beyonce was still a teenager navigating a notorious aggressive music industry, the awkward encounters with Marc Schaffel went unchallenged at the time. Now, I want to know, did Jay-Z pull up on Marc when this resurfaced? Or did Jay-Z already know about it in the past and he already confronted him? But, honey, I am very interested to know. But either way, honey, they were dating when she sat on his lap. And she was at the height of her career with Destiny Child, but little did we know she was trying to transition to be a solo artist. So, I mean, was this all in the cards, all in the game plan of Beyonce? Or this is something that she just had to do to make it, until she, made it on her own? Either way, okay, it's very concerning what people had to do or probably still have to do just to make it in this world versus just making it on sheer talent. So, y'all, I'm going to keep y'all posted on what's going on with this situation because Beyonce ain't going to speak about it because she never has spoken about anything that happens. So hopefully she'll, expose it or speak about it in one of her albums, honey, because she will make $1 off of it if she don't do nothing else. So that's going to be it. Talk to you later. Bye.